Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I'm your host, GameChanger. Okay, so I seen this. Shout out to what's her name? Tia Travels 23 or Travel with Tia 23. And I heard of her through Pink Book Lessons. So I seen this morning, and I was like, I gotta cover it. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Doing these impromptus. I got to start having more scheduled and lives that get bigger views. But man, I just can't help it. So I don't even have my short of the day set up. But what I do have, I'm going to share this with you because this came up on my feed. Hit that like button. Is I have a picture of what's her name? Afro something or other. Um, the guy Marco, he knows her, so he said he could get her on my show. But I don't really know what to talk about, so just like leave it at that. But here, let me do a solo layout. Or no, that's the wrong thing. Let me do this right here. That's the wrong one. Yeah, I'm rusty. I've been away from YouTube for a while. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay. So she is 34 years old. And I'm not talking about the one on the right. The one on the right is 340 years old. But no, I'm talking about the one on the left. She is 34 years old. Wow. Now she's not American. She's Colombian. But just imagine for a second, like marrying something like that at say 20 years old, right? And then for the next 14 years, you wake up next to her and like at 34, it's like this. It's still like this. I have to say, see, y'all not getting the full picture because y'all don't see her body. Let me see if some of these pictures are her body. Hold on. Nope. I don't know if that's her grandma or great grandma or something, but yeah. But anyway, yeah, so don't have a short for today, but just sharing that is an exceptionally attractive woman. And now we're going to go back to America. And worst in America, Frontier/Spirit Airlines. I made the awful mistake of flying Frontier Airlines and Spirit Airlines once in my life. This is on the way to Dallas. Visit my parents, right? And I'm thinking it was like 100 and change. I was like, oh, what could possibly go wrong with this? Wrong. Everything about it was horrible. Everything about it was horrible. Like the plane felt like I was in a empty soda can. And it's okay. I don't know what airplanes are made out of, but this was not made out of the same thing that regular airplanes is made out of. Oh no. This is made out of aluminum. It's not an alloy. It's not something fancy. It's not like when you look at it on a periodic table, it's like, ooh, that's just some stuff. And then they have like a special. No, this isn't made of that. This isn't made of that. This is made of tin that was welded together by some Hank Hill type redneck in Texas. This was not a real plane. It was wriggly and that's not even a word, but y'all know what I mean. It was wriggly and the seats was too close together and they didn't even give you a free banana. What like American Airlines and like other decent places in the world. Tim Hart, I appreciate you gifting the memberships. And it's a good thing that you did that. And here's why. I recently went on a vacation to whereabouts unknown. It's unknown. And the reason that it's unknown is because I don't want y'all to know where I went. In mass, I don't want y'all to know where I went and where I go and where I enjoy myself at. I tell people on a limited basis where I go on vacation. And the reason for that is because when you broadcast something, it gets saturated by people like, ooh, GameChanger said that this was the spot, and then it gets saturated with you flip-flop people, and then it gets annoying, and it just becomes like a trash place. It becomes a trash place. So my destination and my vacation details is my business that I am going to share with my members. That way I have a lower, because I don't mind like a small quantity, of people coming, but I will share with my members. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a members only stream. So it's a good thing Tim Howard did this. I'm going to have a members only stream. And on the members only stream, I'm going to share the details of my vacation. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So look forward to that. And those of you who received the gift of a membership, be sure to thank Tim Howard in the chat room. Now, back to Frontier and American Airlines. Somebody say you're flying in a trash compactor. Yeah, I'm telling you, it did not feel like a regular plane. And like the windows, the windows that you look out of, it's not real. It's not like a regular plane's window. No, it's made out of something different, something thinner. It's made out of like regular 1989 car windshield stuff. But it's not like regular airplane window that you just feel like is bulletproof. It's not like that. It's I'm telling you, everything was wrong. Oh, and they don't give you a banana. They charge you for it. Like I used to be like, hey, why is American Airline giving me a cookie? What you think you pay these people, and I'm talking about the flight attendants, you pay these people to sit on a plane and pass out cookies to adults. I was thinking that that's a bad thing until I didn't get a cookie, until I didn't get the meal. When I didn't get it on Frontier and Spirit, I was like, what just happened? What the hell? Where's my cookie? And then they charge. See, you think you're saving money. On top of everything else, you're not even saving in money because they charge you for the overhead compartment. Stop lying. You didn't get free nothing. Stop. No, the only way you got free alcohol is if you stole it from the pilot. You didn't get free nothing. Shut up. You did not get free anything. They do not give you free anything. They're the only place that charge you for the overhead compartment. I can see if you check. I always deliver because I'm a frugal man. I always deliberately not check my bags and I carry it. And sometimes if it's at capacity, they'll check it for free. So I'll save $60 by not checking my bag. But you know something? They charge for the overhead because they're evil, evil people. And they charge for the carry-on because they're evil, evil people. And then the flight attendants and the who's the person at the check stand, that tears the tickets? Oh, they're complete awful people. Typically black, but they are complete awful and terrible people. Not because they're black. No, they're miserable because they work for Frontier. And I got a feeling that they pay them like, I'm pretty sure that they pay them like 60% of what an actual American Airlines person gets paid, or a Delta person gets paid. Exactly. See, they're tearing the same tickets. They're tearing the same tickets. They're just doing it for a lot less. I want y'all to picture something. I want y'all to picture like Denny's, right? Now, Denny's, if you're a Denny's waitress, it is your job to take the food from the kitchen to my table. That is your job. You take the food from the kitchen and you put it on my table. That is your job. But guess what? If you work at Ruth Chris, you want to know what your job is? To take the food from the kitchen and put it on my table. It is the exact same job at significantly less pay. That is Spirit. That is Spirit Airlines. And they work there and they don't work for Delta and they don't work for American Airlines because they're horrible people. And that is all that Spirit can afford is horrible people. If you work for Spirit, chances are you are a horrible person, or you are just looking to pad your resume. You're looking to put that I have stewardess experience so you can get on with a real airline. That is what you're doing. You're building your bones. You know, you're gaining experience so one day you can actually put on that American Airlines pin or that Spirit pin. That is what you are hoping for. You're hoping that if you do this job well, you will be promoted to Spirit. But until then, you are miserable. You are a miserable human being, and you try to take that misery out on me. Let me tell you what happened. When I flew Spirit, right? So, like I said, I didn't notice. I only did it once. I didn't notice, but you have to pay for your carry-on and the overhead luggage, right? So I seen a woman trying to stuff her carry-on into her overhead bags, right? So me, I'm a gentleman. I used to be a Boy Scout and all that good stuff, right? So I says, lady, you know, she had maybe like a good 10 years on me, right? Black woman, by the way. So I think only black people fly Spirit. And the video I show you is about to prove it. But I was like, hey, I got some room in here if you want it, you know. And then she was like, yeah, but then the ticket agent, she just flipped. She's like, no, that's FCC violations and blah, 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 blah. And and the woman who I was helping was like, this is my husband. I was like, nope, I don't know you. I don't have nothing to do with you. I am nice to an extent. And this is the extent. Listen, I am willing to help you as long as there is absolutely no consequences to me. Outside of that, it's done. I don't know you. Right? And then I went on about my business, and then the ticket bitch was still giving me, okay. Stop saying stuff. When I get stuff wrong, just picture that I said the right thing. So it's FAA. Okay, there we go. It's FAA. It's F something. So yeah, it's F in two letters that match. But yes, it's FAA. So anyway, so she's like, it's FAA, blah blah blah, this and this, and I'm like, okay, I don't need your lecture. Just tear the ticket. I'm not helping the broad. Do your job, right? Miserable person. The highlight of her day was her checking me on trying to help out another citizen because it is in her soul. Her sole purpose, the highlight of her life is to know that she made somebody temporarily a little bit more miserable than she is because she works for Spirit Airlines or Frontier Airlines. That is the worst. That is the worst. You want to know what you are? I know somebody that had this job, right? You are a prison chef. You are a prison chef. Now, the person that I know that did this, he went to culinary school. So you went to culinary school and you put on the hat and you learn how to cook and bake and and make delicious snacks and treats and stuff like that. But what happened? You're in prison. You are serving the nastiest food that America has to eat. It is your job to make nasty. You think they're ever going to give you a thank you? That is the worst thing ever. You have to look at everything and say, this is my life. This is my life. This is where I have this. I went to school for this. This is prison food. It is the food. It is the absolute lowest of food. And that is what Spirit and Frontier Airlines is. It is the absolute lowest of airlines. It is. And if you work for there, you are a part of the process of the absolute low. And you going to make others miserable. Everything about it was awful. It was awful. It was terrible. How come y'all not thanking Tim Howard? Y'all get free. See, this is that Spirit mentality. You get free stuff. He gifted you a free membership. You don't say thank you. Why? Because y'all think free shit just comes out of nowhere. And that y'all just entitled to the stuff that comes out of nowhere. No, you say thank you because you don't work for Spirit and Frontier and you're a decent human being. How come y'all haven't thanked Tim Howard? Jesus. Now, actually, I'm going to play the clip. Well, I've been talking a long time. I'm going to play the clip. All right. Fair use. Fair use.
Like you're an adult. That's the thing. We already agreed. Yeah, she's talking to me. What is the problem? Because she don't want to tell us her name. Okay, well, you want to tell me to cut my music down so I can listen. If you tell me that, a problem? What's the problem? We ain't got no problem with that. We understand we got to help people get off the plane and help Betty White get something out. What's the problem? We agree. You wasting your breath. They gonna take this plane off the ground.
Okay. Some things I want to point out about this chick. She's old and she's fat. Now, why is that important? Well, it's very important. And people say, oh, the looks of the person shouldn't matter. No, it matters extraordinarily. She's old and she's fat. Now, what y'all need to know is that amongst in the community, in the Gaga society, she is at the top of the social hierarchy. I repeat, she is at the top of the community pecking order. You know how certain places the top of the pecking order is determined by there's physical attributes that will tell if a person is at the top of a pecking order. If you walk into like a cell block, and there's a dude that's like 300 pounds and like 10% body fat, and he's 6'13", that he is the top of the pecking order. That is how the pecking order work. You know that if you are in the military, the guy with all the stars is at the top of the pecking order. There is a pecking order of stuff. And unfortunately, in the pecking order, in the community, at the top is broads like this. So she steps into Frontier Airlines. and she looks around and she sees nothing but other black people or white people who are so down bad that they are flying in Frontier Airlines. And she says, "Yep, I think it's obvious who's in charge here. And now that we know that I am at the top of the pecking order, hit the like button, I'm going to act a fool." Because that's what responsible leaders do. That's what the people at the top of the Negro pecking order do. She's like, "I'm going to take this as an opportunity to act a fool." Now, it started out with a polite joke, which it doesn't really matter if it's funny or not. But apparently, they give their little spiel like they always do, and they give the special spiel to the people who are sitting next to the emergency exits. And but they do have to, and I've sat there. You do have to confirm. They're required to give a confirmation, but in place of that, she says, "Oh no, I'm gonna just save myself." Like, what are you gonna do? Close the door behind you? But anyway, like, that was her joke. And it's like, okay, you said your joke, but now we need you to actually confirm that you will do these things. And then it turned into a back and forth with the white woman that you see there. And then the white woman called in a black person. And the black woman seems like she's of lower rank, but she called her to deal with her people. And this is because the greater societies, and the reason why I say plurally is because every society is greater than ours. And it's because of crap like this. So the greater societies would much rather not deal with us. From their point of view, it's not that we speak a different language. It's that we speak the same language in a very stupid way. So they got somebody that they felt could better translate this level of stupidity. Dang, that's sad. So, and then this is what occurred. But so that's the backdrop. I don't know who these people are sitting next to her, but I do know that she is in charge of these people, because that is the way the community hierarchy works. Various.
Did you ask her to agree? You ain't doing your job.
She did. I know this because not that I seen the video before the camera turned on, or not that I was in, for God's sake, no, I was not on Frontier Airline when this happened. But I know because that's just part of the procedure. You ask everybody sitting at the emergency exits, do they comply? So yes, she did ask this person. Just like she asked everybody on every flight ever. Okay? You're the only one that has made a complete fool of yourself.
Yeah, no nonsense going on. You better get out of my face. Is what you need to do, Betty.
That is a racial slur. Unless her name is actually Betty, then that is a racial slur. It would be the equivalent to if somebody called me Leroy. Now, unless that just so happens to be my actual name, which it's not, then that is a racial slur. If a white person called me Leroy, that is a racial slur. She called her Betty.
You ain't got to worry about two damn things. Yeah.
No, dang it. She said, "I know exactly what this is." Yes, this is Nagaga crap. And she knows what it is because she works for Frontier. And it's her job to put, she gets paid less to put up with more crap. Look at the back of this man's head. Look at the back of this bald-headed man's head. Look at it. Just look at it. Use your eyes. He's just there, unbothered, undisturbed by this madness that is going on right behind him. Why? Because he's used to it. He has been dealing with such garbage since before the days since back when he had hair. He's used to it. This is regular stuff. And you want to know why he's used to it? Because he's flying Frontier Airlines. He's flying Frontier Airlines. He is used to crap like this. Everywhere he goes, he's dealing with crap like this. If he goes to a baseball game, he's in the bleachers. If he goes to a concert, he's in the nosebleed section. Every place he goes to the worst place. He goes to the worst part of it. And as a result, he is used to dealing with crap like this. Always. That is his life. This is your life. This is your life if you are on Frontier Airlines. Your life is a perpetual pendulum of crap like this to the point where it doesn't even bother you. You develop an immunity. It's like a person that gets socked in the face so many times they don't bruise anymore. You know, you got cauliflower ear. Your body has just adapted to your situation in life. And that is Frontier Airlines, sir. Look at the back of his head while she talks. Watch this.
Girl. Relate? No. God. That lady came and asked us, we got witnesses. We all agreed. Didn't nobody tell?
The flight attendant over
Yeah,
here.
because we all agreed. And everybody can witness that. And my grandson is getting off out of school.
Nobody cares about your grandson. Why are you in a whole nother plane ride away from your grandson getting out of school? Anything could go wrong. Your grandson is in school. Where's his mama and daddy? Oh, yeah, I forgot. But so if you are the guardian of a grandson that's getting out of school, why you are in, from what I understand, she's in a whole nother country. Like, oh yeah, so the plane let me off at 2, and then that gives me time to drop to pick up my to pick up my grandson. What? Why would anybody care about that? You don't. You are an awful human being, man. You are an awful, awful human being. So now this pedestrian, and see, this is what's going on nowadays. For those of you who are old enough, people took stuff like this. Greater societies took stuff like this as just a cultural thing that you had to put up with. And especially white people, because they have the whole white guilt thing and they made excuses for such behavior. They're like, oh, yes, well, they behave like they, but nowadays, nobody cares. Nobody is having sympathy for these broads. If you are an obnoxious human being, you will get checked by an infinity-year-old woman with 2 inches of hair. They're sick of it. Society at large is sick of it. I told this story before, and it wasn't my high school, but those of you who are from my place and time know this story because it was in the Tribune. It was in the local news. There was a special showing of the movie Schindler's List. For those of you who don't know, Schindler's List is about that very bad thing that happened in Germany in the 1940s. And so they played it. They had a free showing on a field trip in Oakland, and the high school kids were watched it, and then they got mad niggerish. It got real niggerish. It got truly niggerish. So then they were just kicked out. They were kicked out the movie theater. And then the people, the patrons of the movie, clapped. Many of whom I'm sure is, star people. They clapped. And rightly so. People are sick of your crap. This is the 90s. They're sick of being polite to your impoliteness. They're sick of it. She thought she could get away with it because, and they're going to show the plane passengers. It's mostly black people, and black people are conditioned more to tolerate ignorance. That's why the back of that man's head doesn't move. Like, we're conditioned more to tolerate it, especially from, the image of the matriarch. The image of the matriarch being an older, fatter woman. She looked at that plane and said, I'm the oldest, fattest person here. Therefore, I can do what I want.
Mama took a flight to Mexico, and I'm not getting.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the couple passengers that we're asking to please be removed.
No, my grandson is 4 years old.
Nobody cares about your grandson.
No, we all agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be underway here shortly. We've got to take care of this issue here at law enforcement. You're right.
Really, your flight attendant disagree with her.
Accident, so,
She is
sorry.
lying.
Please,
I'm gonna ask you one more time, nice to get off the drop on the board the plane and next week will come this for you.
All right, so people who understand stuff. This is some ghetto trash. Who is this dude? Maybe Frontier is different, but he's not TSA. This is some ghetto trash. I don't think he's TSA. If I'm not mistaken, that is the uniform of the person that handles the baggages. So what does this mean? What does this mean for you and I? It means that, or for people who fly Frontier, it means that they don't have TSA people. They couldn't afford it. So they just went out to the baggage people and picked the biggest nigga they could find. To have him do a job that's not his. That's not your job. Your job is to handle baggage, not to deal with this belligerent bitch. What is it? What's that hat? This is not your job. I know because TSA, the TSA uniform. If you go and they put you in that thing, and then they gotta pat you down, and it's a chick there to pat down the women, and it's a dude there to pat down the dudes. So that those people, that's their uniform. Those people who X-ray your bags and stuff, that's their uniform. And so they would be most closely related to, really, this is an air marshal thing, but even the air marshals don't want to fly TSA. So they are reduced to getting baggage claim people to and what I mean by baggage claim people, I mean the people that I think that's what the uniform is. Because I looked out of enough planes to know, like, they wear the yellow so the planes could see them at night and stuff, so they don't get ran over by a plane, which is a horrible way to go. But yeah, I think that his job, if I'm not mistaken, I think that his job is to put the luggage on the plane and take the luggage off the plane, which means that they went and got the biggest nigga they could find to try to intimidate this broad off the plane because they couldn't afford regular people. That's TSA. Or I mean, that's Frontier. That's Frontier Airlines.
I'm calling my attorney because we need.
You ain't got no damn attorney. If you are flying Frontier Airlines, I'm calling my attorney. Shut the hell up. Calling your fake attorney. And I know what you thinking. I read y'all brain. Y'all thinking that, well, maybe because every now and again, broads like this have like that one successful son that they try to pimp for everything. Listen me and listen me good. Even if she does have that one lawyer son that just so happened to be born, with a high IQ from random sperm she's been taking her whole damn life, even if she do have one of those in her family and he just so happened to be a lawyer, he don't give a crap about you because you fly Frontier Airlines. If you fly Frontier Airlines regularly, you know what that means? It means nobody loves you. It means nobody loves you enough to assure that you don't fly Frontier Airlines. That's what that means. It means that if and when you go to jail and your bail is $940, that the entirety of your family and your friends will not raise that for you. They can't raise it. It means that that the entire wealth of your family cannot cover $940 worth of bail. That's what that means. That's what it means when you ride Frontier Airlines on the damn phone with a fake lawyer. Bitch! Nobody believes you.
They called the lady asked us to agree, and we did. We got a whole staff. We got a whole crew.
But we'll talk about it outside.
What are we getting? My grandson is in Texas getting out of school.
That's fine, ma'am. I understand everything, but we have to step outside the air traffic to talk about it.
Sir, no, that's not legal. I'm getting my attorney on the phone. I'm not.
You inconvenience and every other that you
My grandson is in
should have been applied the rules.
That's a fat pilot. That's a fat pilot. And see, here's once again, if you work for Frontier Airlines, you are the worst at everything. You are the worst. Okay. I didn't graduate top of my class. Let's be clear. So what I'm going to say is poking fun. It's poking fun, but I could fall into this category. The people that graduated at the absolute bottom of their class winds up flying for Frontier Airlines. So if you go to piloting school and you graduate at the top, then you are that dude. You are Top Gun. You are Tom Cruise. They call you Maverick, or no, they call you Goose. But then after Goose is gone, then you become Maverick. That is where you go if you are at the top of your class. You are Top Gun. And then there's Bottom Gun. And that's what Frontier Airlines is. You are bottom gun if you are a pilot. Oh, hold on, right quick. Let me give it some time here. Let me just undo this for my rant. All right, you are bottom gun if you are Frontier/Spirit Airlines. You have graduated at the lowest point of your class. You are like that kid that couldn't get his kite to fly. Because so that is the extent of your ability to fly. And that's why you are at Spirit. That's not your job. It's not your job to deal with unruly bitches. It's not. Delta has an unruly bitch crew. And they don't even use it. They don't even use their unruly bitch department, because if people don't pay extra to fly Delta to be an unruly bitch. They don't. And the general population, isn't jaded by it. This is madness. You got the pilot. How generic are you? You have no other people. You don't have a specialized group to deal with this, bro. You don't have a zookeeper. You don't have anybody who's specialized, trained to deal with belligerent fat bitches. Oh, let me represent. Nobody agrees with you. You have no people. See, that is where she made her mistake. Black people are not backing ignorance at the rate that they used to. They're not. There used to be a time where black people, as long as it's stupid and bucking the system, black people would be on board. But now they're not. She's part of a dying breed. She's part of a dying culture. Black people are not backing stupidity at the rate that they used to. Nor are they being indifferent. Like, the woman there with the 80s jean jacket on, she came up to confront her. She's like, get your ass off this plane. People are sick of your shit. Even black people. So she called to rally. She did a battle cry, She did the battle cry. Like when the Romans blow the horn, or when what's those people named from Lord of the Rings? Like when the Knights of Rohan and the Riders of Rohan, they blow their horn, and then a bunch of other white dudes on swords and horses come. Like, oh, we got to back him up because he blew the horn. In Game of Thrones, you blow the horn to let you know the white, So she's trying to blow the horn to get back up. Nobody's backing your ass up. You fat bitch. Nobody cares about you. And then she tries to elicit sympathy. I have a 4-year-old son, trying to use his 4-year-old youth to sympathize for your ratchet old ass. You're fat. And the world don't like you. So you try to pull somebody in that the world do like, and that is a 4-year-old, thinking that they will like you vicariously. You see, here's the thing. Your tricks don't work anymore. All these tricks and tactics and, playing on the heartstrings and, oh, I'm a mother and I'm a single mother and it's like, get off the plane. Nobody trusts you with the emergency exit. And because it's Frontier Airlines, it's more likely to be an emergency. Get your fat ass off the plane. You got the baggage people coming in. You got the pilot coming in because they can't afford real people. You got all these people coming in saying, get your fat ass off the plane. So now she's trespassing.
But I mean, I got a grandson that still got a school at 4 o'clock. That's my grandson.
That is not your job as a pilot. Your job is to fly a plane. This is ridiculous.
Getting off the plane. Wait, so we're either all getting off with you or you're getting off by yourself.
Pilots are real people. Okay, listen to me and listen to me good. If you are a pilot for Frontier, they don't even give you a hat. He don't have a hat. You want to know why he don't have a hat? It's because he works for Frontier Airlines, and they don't let their pilots wear hats. Y'all know what a pilot hat looks like. It looks like what he don't have on his head. He don't even have like a jacket. They don't give you a jacket when you're an employee of Frontier Airlines. They give you a white shirt and a thing with the pilot symbol on it. They don't. You think I'm disrespecting him? Frontier disrespected him. They're like, listen, just be happy you get a paycheck, motherfucker. This is. Because truth be told, I bet you don't even have a driver's license. You work here. You work here, goddammit. You don't deserve a hat. Everything you get the worst. Look at this cop. Look at this cop. This cop came here on a bicycle. He came to the plane on a bicycle. I'm telling you, Frontier has the worst of everything. I repeat, Frontier has the worst of everything. Look at this cop. He's not one of those cops. Bad boys. What you gonna do? He is an old man on a bike. He's an old man with a bike and a badge. You get the worst of everything. And he probably was relegated to Frontier Airlines because he shot a Negro. Like, I'm telling you, you get the worst of everything. Each and every single thing at Frontier Airlines. Look at this crap. Look at his wrist. Look how bent his wrist is. Look at that. Oh, so now he looked like Boyce Watkins. He looked like Boyce Watkins. That's what Frontier Airlines do to a person. It make them look like Boyce Watkins. Which is why I don't fly Frontier Airlines. The longer you fly Frontier Airlines, the more like Boyce Watkins you start to look. Fuck that. Nope. I'm not going out like that. Look at Boyce.
You heard something about we done paid enough to see that everybody.
Look at this. The employees of Frontier cannot afford hair.
You heard something about we done paid enough to see that everybody get off.
In handcuffs.
They got Rosa Parks in handcuffs?
They do.
Rosa, look at him. He's gonna fuck the whole fight up. Look at him.
Made a complete fool of herself. And the same people she thought would have her back is now making fun of her. Look at her. With camouflage tights on. Look at her.
She got everybody out the flight because of her dumb man. Whole game. Russell Wilson got a little bit of bread. She can fly this year. Yeah. That's a long way from the bus. Yeah, look at it.
Multicolored camouflage tights on. Old as hell. Fat as hell. Ugly as crap. This is your queen. Look at this guy. He still has his helmet on.
And her shirt say God on it.
In front of everybody. Everybody's watching this spectacle. Y'all know how airports are. People, like, there's windows everywhere so people can see the planes, take off and stuff like that. So everybody's watching this. Not just the people that was on this flight. Everybody is watching this spectacle. She has made a complete ass of herself. A complete ass of herself. With her flower print luggage.
I ain't gonna let you walk. They got a bazooka or something.
I want to point that out. Y'all see that? 2 cuffs. 2 cuffs. Now I know that there's some bigger brothers watching. If you cuff yourself, do an experiment, or you don't even have to cuff yourself. Just attempt to put your wrist together behind your back. And if you can't do that, then it's time for a lifestyle change. It is. The first time I seen somebody get put in 2 handcuffs, it was on a TV show called Cops. And it was a fat Mexican dude. I'll never forget. It just burned in my memory because I was cracking up so hard. Because I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do if somebody was too big that their wrists don't touch behind their back. Now, later in life, I started to have friends who were like muscle dudes who couldn't do the stuff that regular size guys like myself could do. And one of those things is put their arms behind their back like that because they're just 2 muscles. Like they can't just like lotion their own damn back and stuff. So, but that's not the case here. The case here is that she's so fat that they need 2 handcuffs to cuff her. And there she is. Fat, fake hair, being dragged off a plane with 2 handcuffs and a shirt that says God on it. The humiliation is it's tragic. It's tragic. It's tragic that this is the spectacle. And if those people that were sitting next to her is with her, they are suffering through the embarrassment. They're off the plane, looking at this happen while you are helpless. And you're helpless. You're helpless. You want to know why you're helpless? Because you fly Frontier. You are flying Frontier. That sends a message. That sends a message to the world. The message to the world that it sends is that you have no damn power. You have no political connections. You have no money. You have no legal connections. You have nothing. You are on Frontier Airlines. All you could do is sit and watch while everybody pokes fun at your loved one. And hold back your laughter at the hilarious jokes that people make as they call your fat loved one Rosa Parks. And you got to listen to me talk crap. And not just me. I got this from Pink Book Lessons. So, and she has like a huge following. So, yeah, you have to listen to the world of Black people make fun of your stupid ass loved one.
Right there. They got a potato or something. Damn. That's crazy. They said what happened.
Look at how little the luggage is. You want to know why her luggage is so damn little? It's because that's all she can afford. That's all she can afford. Spirit Airlines charge you for everything. They get 25 cents for every button that goes on the plane. So if you have a shirt with 10 buttons, you have to pay an extra $2.50 for it. So she is flying as light as possible just so she can afford to fly Frontier Airlines. This is a joke. If you are flying Frontier Airlines, you are a joke. This is your life. You have to evaluate. And I flew it. I was like, oh crap. Is this my life? This is my life. This is my life. That is what you have to say. You have to evaluate your life. It's like, how in the hell did I wind up on Frontier Airlines? What did I do wrong? And then you start remembering all the bad shit. I remember I was on Frontier and I just think about like all the bad shit I did in my life that led me to this point of despair. It is a point of despair. I remember that time I seen an ugly baby and I was cracking up. I was a kid. I said that was one ugly baby. I'm just sitting there just at the DMV and I was laughing my ass off like that was one ugly baby. I remember that. And then I remember somebody saying, like, somebody was telling me, like, don't do that because if you make fun of ugly babies, you'll wind up flying Frontier Airlines one day. That is what they said. And then, lo and behold, years later, there I am. It is a curse. Flying Frontier Air, it is a curse. You are accursed. You are an accursed one. You have done something awful to wind up in that place in life. To wind up in a situation like this, you have done something awful. Oh, and if you work for Frontier, it means that you didn't just do something awful in this life. You have been awful each and every single life before this. Like every life that you had, you was the worst person or type of person in it. Like in the 40s, you was a German soldier. In the 20s, you was a German soldier. In the 1850s, you was a Confederate soldier. You just have like a long history. You was one of the people on the boat that messed with the Indians. You just have like each and every single past life, you was an asshole. And that's why you work for Frontier now. That is why you have found yourself in this particular situation.
She wouldn't give up
In the next life, she's going to work for Frontier.
on her seat.
All right, so that's that. That's that. All right. Now let's listen to some of the comments. Story time. Okay, I don't know what that is. The airport is one place I'm a straight punk. I'm not getting on the no-fly list. Okay. So what do you like everywhere else? See, this is an awful human being too. This Trimakamam. She's an awful person. It means that she only understands consequences. It's the one place I'm a punk. So you just have the urge to do belligerent crap, but you don't do it on the airlines because you fear consequences. But you are naturally just a belligerent, obnoxious bitch. Right. I work for an airline. Okay. And even I be tucking my tail in. What do you mean? So not doing this is tucking your tail in? Not doing this, oh, I'm tucking my tail in. Just sitting there behaving like a decent human being is tucking your tail in. And you work for an airline. Guess what airline you work for? You work for Frontier Airlines. You want to know how I know? Because you're an awful bitch. All right, I'm not going to read all of these. But yeah, okay. That's the first one. He's fat. Let's see what he has to say. All right, it says, some people are looking to give flight attendants problems. I'm always looking to give them Starbucks cards for their services. Okay. Y'all love the no-fly list. Man, do y'all know how much I love the ability to go other places by plane? And now they're on the no-fly list like a damn fool. Well, she should have just got off for the sake of she obviously wasn't wrong, and I would have been immediately getting my money back plus some. No, what money? What money? It's Frontier Airlines. There's no money. I want a refund. You like the person at the grocery store holding up the line for a 34-cent coupon. What are you talking about? Get your money back. You are broke. The fact you think about money at a time like that, that is how broke you are. You got arrested and humiliated talking about, yeah, I want to get my $69 back. Oh, Christ. We cannot have unruly passengers aboard an aircraft. Let alone the exit row. Yeah, exactly. They need to IQ test exit row people because if you're an imbecile, then it could cost everybody their life. Once you had that captain get out the once you had the captain get out the cockpit and ask you to go, you better go. He has the ultimate say on what happens on the airplane. Well, yeah, I mean, he's the person that determines if the plane goes up or down. Is the grandson still waiting at the school, or did the attorney pick him? You ain't shit, Sean Coleman. You ain't shit. Oh, that is comedy. This comment right here. Okay. You understood the assignment. I don't know what that is. All right. The flight attendant said, hold that thought. Okay. Anyone that has the whole attorney on speed dial is a sign that she's always in trouble. She ain't got no attorney on speed dial. She flies Frontier Airline. If you fly Frontier Airline, you don't have an attorney on speed dial. You do not. One thing I've learned is to never have any type of disrespect or disagreement with a flight attendant. Why do people look for who to disrespect? Like, okay, I'm not going to disrespect the doctor right before surgery. I'm not going to disrespect the cook before I order food, but I am going to disrespect the Uber driver. Like, why are you looking? Why are you hoping that there's a class of people out there that's just bred to tolerate your shit? I didn't see. Somebody said she said it's crazy how everyone was laughing with her until they realized it was going to delay them too. I don't think that they were laughing with her. At least I didn't see that in the video. Yeah, I agree. It's easier to be the bystander and laugh with the bully instead of being bold and recognize that the lady was wrong. Yeah, I agree. I agree, but I didn't know people were laughing with the chick though. What's the attorney gonna do? Board the plane? That was kind of lame. But let's see what the responses are. Okay. How long is the no-fly list now? Yeah. The way everyone laughed with her and then, okay, so maybe that's a thing. Sounds like she made a joke about not helping out in case of an emergency and it backfired. Yeah, people don't like people who joke about letting them die. So, yeah. All right, let's see. It's like the class clown that be showing out, but no one laughs and they get held back 3 times. Yeah, I was the funny dude in class. So, yeah, let's see. And a smart kid in class. Baby ain't calling no attorney. When they tell you to get off, you got to get off. Period. Like, what? Even if she does have an attorney, what is the attorney gonna say? No, you have every legal right to stay on the plane that's not flying. I'm pretty sure that attorney was like, well, if they're telling you to get the fuck off, if you got baggage claim people telling you to get the fuck off, then get the fuck off. It boggles my mind how many people think they don't have to follow orders in society. Well, in this case, it's one, but still, like, I mean, to behave like an adult child is not a good look. You don't play your joke when it comes to the exit wrong. Well, I think that she took it further, and I'm going to examine that. What I find really sad is that all the packs laughing when she clearly disrespecting the cabin crew. I didn't know that she was. I didn't know that people were laughing. If I'm a pilot and I gotta come out, it's gonna be an issue. I'm already tired. Gonna fly a plane. Okay. We already know why people get themselves into situations. Once you argue, and the name call is over. Yeah. Absolutely no shame or embarrassment. How? Because she's used to it. She can't determine the difference between negative and positive attention. So she just says stuff. She just she's used to it. She's used to negative attention. Okay, so somebody said that. Let's see. She called the flight attendant Betty White. Oh, okay. So it wasn't a racial thing; it was an age thing. Okay, so my mistake. I thought how they call them Becky and stuff like that, which is kind of racist. But anyway, Let's see. All right, let me read some of these members only in these super chats. All right, it says year of the L for the B Dubs. What are you talking about? Year of the L. The year of the L is every year past 1985. They have been taking L's forever. Why do you think they name their daughters stuff that starts with L all the time? It's always Letitia, Latanya, Lala, Latoya. They have been taking L's since forever. So much so that they name their daughters L names. Lydia, Liana, Lucretia. They are constantly naming their daughter L. They have been taking L's forever. This is not the year of the L. That's like Terry Crews saying, I'm gonna start working out this year. You've been doing that. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, yes, this year I'm gonna get in shape. This is not the beginning of their L's. This is a perpetuation of a lifelong illness. This chick is forever years old, and she has been taking L's ever since. The year of the L. The two women who were sitting next to her disappeared once they realized she was getting put off. Oh, did they? First of all, that was a dude. Oh, they gone. Holy crap, they gone. You're right. So look, there's people there. There's people there. Those people are gone. Those people are gone right here. That I didn't even notice that. They are gone. Okay, so they hear what the baggage claim do. They gone now. Once they seen a pilot, they like, ooh, white people. They gone. They are, fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. They are gone. I did not notice that. The old me's dead and gone. Oh, man. That is too funny. Uh-oh, this woman's name is Voices of Black Grandmothers. I gotta hear this. I wonder what happened to the grandson if the mom left him at school. This is not the mom. I don't even know where the mom is at. The mom is out twerking for penis. Like, yeah, crap. All right. Left him at school and flew to Mexico with no one local to pick him up. Yeah. Yeah, that is weird. She's in Houston. She drops her grandson off at school, and then she's like, let me go to Mexico on Frontier Airlines, and didn't come back. Oh, that's the most embarrassing thing I don't ever want to experience. Oh, crap. What do people think going to happen if you yap off at the flight attendant? It's all jokes until they tell you to get off. Got to save that energy until you arrive at your final destination. No, you just don't do it. Like, why you wait until later to be a complete asshole? Okay. Let me read this. It says, Flying Spirit / Frontier will have you reevaluating life. it's self-hate. Yeah, it's masochistic to want to fly that crap. For some reason, the cops wearing a bike helmet on the plane made me laugh out loud. Yeah, me too. All right, let's see. Them spirit. Well, it's funny because it's a privilege. It's a privilege because the spirit, because they get more foot room to be in the emergency exit row. So that is the privilege. That's the closest thing to foot room you'll have on Spirit Airlines. There are times when you can be cute with the answers, and times you yes and no is needed. Okay, agreed. Life is hard now. The best thing you can do is be patient and kind with each other. Reap what you sow. Well, yeah, she sowed a fat belligerent bitch somewhere, and she's reaping it now. So yeah, let's see. All I heard was people flipping on her when it got real. I didn't hear people cool with it in the beginning, though. That's the thing. All right, so you wasn't on this flight. Shut your ass up. The no fly list is real. Okay, so I'm gonna play one last thing, and that's the chick who recorded this. Travel with Tia. Oh crap. Okay, Tia, if you're listening, you're better than that, sweetie. You're better than Frontier Airlines. You are better than that. How you gonna be a travel blogger and you flying Frontier? Like, hold on. Trying to see if I can find where she replied to it. Oh, I see. So I'm at her Instagram. So she does like discount blogging. And that's why you don't take discount trips, because she does like, flying on a budget and stuff like that. So yeah, that is comedy. I have to say that is pure comedy. All right. So and she's only 23, so I give her some slack for flying Frontier Airlines. But damn it, that is too funny. All right. All right. And 23. Travel with T. All right. I'm trying to find where because earlier I found like where she gave like a recap. Okay, here we go. Here's where it is. All right. So it's on TikTok. All right, let me share this with y'all. Hit that like button.
Not because she wasn't going. Hey y'all, it's Tia with Travel with Tia, and I just want.
All right. Point of order, and this isn't just to you, Tia. This is to your whole damn generation. I don't like this nose ring. Why in the hell do you and yours want to look like a tagged bull? It's ugly. And I don't like what it represents. It represents that you're part of this woke culture that's full of crap. All right, let's continue.
I want to clarify one thing about this whole lady getting ejected flight incident. Got put off of the flight because of her attitude, not because she wasn't going to comply with the exit row seating.
All the
even
better.
though she did say jokingly before the flight attendants got to her that she would save herself. She got ejected from the plane because she gave not one flight attendant, but the other flight attendant, she gave them both attitudes. She called them both out of their names, and she was just being extremely unruly and could not be consoled. And it definitely was not a race thing because she ended up calling the black flight attendant the N word. And I cut that out of the video. I did have it, but I cut it out of the video because, of course, that would have got removed. But she said, I don't know why you brought the N over here thinking that she was going to be one of us and get me to calm down. Then she proceeded to say, now let's get this flight in the air, like she was running something. So all of those things combined got her removed from the plane. And it became a big deal because she did not listen when they told her she had to get off. Once the pilot got involved, once the police got involved, it was a wrap for her baby.
Yep. So that's the short of it. So yeah, she got ejected because here's the thing. Here's the thing about Keisha and Pookie and everybody. This whole white guilt thing that they used to live off of. And basically that's white people feeling like they gotta tolerate your crap because of past shames or whatever you want to call it. Let's just call it past indiscretions. That's not enough. Society is not putting up with your crap anymore. If you give them attitude, they will kick you off the plane. And you could try to ride the line like, oh no. See, here's the thing. All of this being as obnoxious as legally possible, which is what we have been doing for, and when I say we, I'm talking about black people, not me individually. But this being as annoying as legally possible has come to an end. It's kind of like that person, like a kid that puts their finger near you and say, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, and then somebody just slaps the crap out of them. And then it's like, oh, maybe it's not a good thing to be annoying. You know, they've reached that point. This is society slaps back. This is, like the Empire Strikes Back. This is America striking back at this obnoxious fat bitch. Pretty soon, see, the police force, they have like specialized units. They have specialized units for specialized people. Like they have um, special victims units, for example. They have Vice for dealing with prostitutes. They have the DEA for dealing with drugs. They have the ATF for dealing with alcohol and tobacco. So they have special bureaus of law enforcement for special type of crimes. Pretty soon, there's going to be a fat black bitch division. And their job is to just go around checking fat ass black bitches. And you will find this, y'all think I'm joking. You will find this division of law enforcement everywhere that you've seen a World Star hip hop video. You will see this branch of law enforcement everywhere but the gyms. In fact, when they detain them, that's probably where they take their fat ass. But you will see this branch everywhere. They'll be at the weed dispensary. They'll be at the hair dispensary. They'll be at that place where they buy that hairspray. They'll be at the BBL shops. They will be everywhere. everywhere you see. They'll be at the EBT stores. They'll be everywhere that you see a gathering of fat ass obnoxious black bitches. They'll have their own bureau. Because every time black people piss off the man enough, they create a whole separate bureau to fuck with them. Where do you think the DEA comes from? It can't, like, that didn't always exist. Them people got together and was like, you know something? We're going to make a federal branch to keep these niggas in line. And that's how you had the war on drugs. And now, and which is a federal thing. So now we're about to have a war on fat bitches. We're about to have a war on fat, obnoxious bitches. And anybody who starts this bureau will get my vote on your second term. Any politician, if you're listening, if you want some votes, start the Bureau of Fat Bitch Affairs, the FBA, the Bureau, the BFBA, the Bureau of Fat Bitch Affairs. See how much traction you get. It don't just have to be black women. If somebody was to come out in full tactical gear, come out of a Black Hawk helicopter, and then like rappel down one of those ropes, and then sock the shit out of Rosie O'Donnell, I will be laughing my ass off. If they was to do that to Amy Schumer, I will be laughing my ass off. Hey man, this is the Bureau of Fat Bitch Affairs. In addition to being visibly unpleasing, you are audibly unpleasing, and you are olfactory unpleasing. You are unpleasant to all five senses of humans. Now we're going to talk about H&M. I don't know much about you, H&M. You have a great channel. But you are the lowest of low of people. You used to work for Spirit Airlines. That is the ultimate low. I don't think I would have ever told anybody that. I don't think that you are brave for mentioning that. I don't think I would have ever told anybody that I have stooped so low in life that I work for Spirit Airlines. I used to work for Burger King. I had a lot of crap jobs in my life. I was a telemarketer. As I said, I had a lot of crap jobs in my life. You want to know what job I didn't have? Spirit Airlines. And I don't care in what capacity. There's nothing that you can do for Spirit Airlines that's good. That is a shameful, shameful thing to say. I worked for Spirit Airlines. Shameful. Anyway, back to the FBA. The Bureau of Fat Bitch Affairs needs to be a real thing. And when they get out of line, they need to go to fat bitch prison. Not regular size women prison. They need to go to fat bitch prison. What's fat bitch prison, you ask? And you would think that fat bitch prison would be just like regular prison, but the cells is bigger and the doors to get into the cells is bigger. No. You make everything smaller. You make life worse for them. You make the doors smaller so they have to squish in like when you try to like push a sponge, through a hole or something like that. So they actually have to like squeeze in, and instead of for one cellmate, they have two. So they have to fit like worser inside that, and everything in the food is like smaller. The proportions of food is like smaller. Everything needs to be worse in fat bitch prison. You want to know why? Because they make life worse for everybody else. I don't know what a United Boeing airplane is. Listen, stop looking for something worse than Spirit. As far as it's at the bottom. It's like if you're a person that chronically get D minuses, do you really care that an F exists? Do you really care that an F exists? You want to know why there's no such grade as an F plus? Because once you're failing that bad, nobody gives a shit. Once you are at Spirit Airlines level of Spirit, who cares if there's something worse out there? Do not fly Spirit or below. A GC hell is a place full of fat Keishas and Karens. Yes, it's called Mississippi. You damn right. There's a place on earth like that. It's called Mississippi. You damn right that'll be hell for me. You damn right. You will never hear about me dying in Mississippi. Or on a Spirit Airlines plane flying over Mississippi. That is not going to happen. That is not how I'm going to go out. Just like I'm not Calvin Candy. What's his name? I'm Kane from Django. I am not gonna die in Chickasaw County, Mississippi, USA. That is not how I'm gonna go out. I am not going to go under in Mississippi, and then some pallbearer says, oh, give this guy a small casket. And I'm a regular sized person, but then to them I'm small. And they're gonna say, give him a small casket. Nope. I am not going to do that. And then bury me in the same dirt that Mississippi niggas eat. Fuck that. No, you're right. That is hell. That is the worst case scenario. That's the worst way I could possibly go out. Absolutely. All right, let me see if I got any more before I get out of here. See if I missed anybody. Okay, no, I think I'm good. All right, so, oh wait. Oh no, I did miss one. All right, so it says, "Thank you for flying Air Keisha. Get your wigs, hot fries, and get the hell off." Bye. Yeah, that's what it's like. That is what it's like. Man said I used to work for Spirit here. All right. So anyway, I'd like to thank Tim Howard for giving 5 memberships. Greatly appreciate it. I'd like to thank the Cash App Super Chats, managers, moderators, those who are listening silently, those who participate in the chat. Tomorrow, stay tuned, because I'm going to tackle this whole black wife effect thing. This is an impromptu, but I'm going to tackle this black wife effect thing that they talking about, that they just yapping about. I got some words on that, so stay tuned for that. Outside of that, this is GameChanger 0010. GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.